going on while people are on your page and engaging with it. So in terms of what content to share, the most successful posts on Facebook are 2 to 3 sentences long for a bit of context, and they have something attached to it. So whether that's a video, an image about the post, links out to a blog piece, whatever that may be. Also, they're positive. That may be a reason why, for those of you who are on Facebook, things like those cat videos that you see going around or the funny bits and pieces get so viral and they get shared so much, because that positivity really rings true on Facebook. Anytime you're posing any questions, you're telling stories, using language that encourages interaction on Facebook goes really, really well. Also, things like longer, more detailed posts, Facebook lends itself to being a platform that you can share those. It is obviously ideal to keep it to 2 to 3 sentences, but if you are wanting to do something more longer detailed, Facebook is your best platform as opposed to, say, something like Twitter. So a really good place to share client successes and testimonials, encourage and increase that social proof. If you're doing any blogs, for those of you that are BizInc customers that have the blog pack or have that with your website, really good platform to share those on as well. Any videos. Also, if you're wanting to do anything live, so if you're wanting to, say, do an out and about behind the scenes, you're wanting to do a live chat about maybe the budget, whatever it may be that's instantaneous of nature, Facebook gives you that platform to do so. And also, if you're having any events, whether that be an online event like the marketing, whether it be a physical event, Facebook allows you to create that on your business page and invite your fans as well. Also, another tip there with Facebook, if you do have a pertinent post that you've posted on your Facebook page, you can actually comment on it and bring it back up on your newsfeed as well. It's a really nice way to keep that content fresh and going. So the screenshot I have up here at the moment is of a Facebook group. It is BizInc's marketing support group for busy accountants and bookkeepers. I may be a bit partial here, but it's a great group for information. So a Facebook group is really an online group, collaborative community where you can have more dialogue and sharing going on. So they do supplement your business page. They don't replace them. So even if you're wanting to create a Facebook group, you're still going to want to create that Facebook page for your business as well. Groups, with their dynamic, they offer a more intimate and targeted connection experience for users. So it's really, you've got people more of on an even platform there in terms of how they can share, how they can engage, and how they can interact as opposed to a page. A page, a fan can post something on it, but it's not immediately obvious to other people that are coming to your page. And there's no notifications of that unless it's for some reason a viral post that you may see something on a very popular airline or something like that that's been shared, you know, hundreds or thousands of times. You may find that in your newsfeed, but most of the time you're not going to. Also, anything you share on your page, your Facebook page, shows up in your newsfeed for fans to see. And when fans engage with that content, it increases your visibility to others in their network. However, in a group, you've got more privacy to create that network of trust. It's not visible to people outside of that group. So great for giving things like business advice or maybe discussing some more personal topics. And also, you've got much higher visibility and engagement within those groups because members receive notifications by default when any other member posts in that group. So I've done a little breakdown just to give you a comparison there of the main points of differentiation. Some of the questions I always get asked. So a group as opposed to a page in terms of privacy. Groups, you've got more privacy available. So if you are wanting to make it a bit secret, close it off, have that private feel of being a collaborative place for people to go and get that information. It's a really nice platform to do that. However, the page information of posts are public, so anyone can actually generally find that on your Facebook page, and also when you Google, that Facebook page does come up as well. In terms of the audience, with a group, you can adjust that group privacy to require members to be approved or added by admins only, so you can have total control over who's in that group. Whereas with a page, anyone can stumble across it and like it and connect with it and get those newsfeed updates. Lastly, just breaking down those communication aspects. In groups, members can receive notifications by default. So if they're logged into Facebook or they've got the notifications on an app, it'll pop up saying, you know, Gayatri Wood has shared a piece of content or shared a post in Ascend Business Marketing Group. Also, group members can participate in chats as well, so there's a lot more free dialogue going. They can upload photos to shared albums, collaborate on group documents. They can also invite other members that are friends of theirs to group events as well and to join the group if you wish. However, with a page, only people who help manage the page can publish posts as the page, and those page posts can appear in the newsfeed of people who like the page, and also anyone that engages with that page. It can go to their extended network as well. So in terms of a group, what content is good to post? So it's really nice to highlight and provide more of a variety of content. The group is a lot more of a dynamic dialogue going on, so you can have a higher volume of posts. Really good way to pose questions and tell stories, get people's opinion on things. So for example, you know, what is your biggest business challenge? You can also have polls. You can run polls on them as well. Really nice way to get some initial feedback. See it quite popular being having themes or days for specific topics. So for example, if you were a cloud accountant using Xero or QuickBooks Online, Monday could be Xero or QuickBook tips. Wednesday could be, you know, client successes. Friday could be solving a small business challenge. Whatever that may be, really nice to keep that theme going and to have that expectation of what's coming. Also, it's a really good way to source ideas for content for you to create yourself. So are you getting any common questions or topics that are arising in that group? How about looking at creating a blog or a video or a photograph or a webinar, whatever type of content that may be, addressing it, because it shows that you're listening to your group, you're engaging, and you're encouraging dialogue for them. Also, you don't have to be, the onus isn't on just you to participate and provide content for that group. You can draw on the known expertise of other members in that group and encourage that community feel, make them feel welcome members, and encourage them to share. So for example, if you want to celebrate a client achievement, let them know how they maybe increase their profitability, what technology they put in place, or maybe they've just picked up a really good client, or maybe they've implemented a really good recruitment policy and found a good way to do that. Anything that's of use and goes within that group's theme and is useful for the other participants in there. So having a wee look at Facebook ads now, what makes a good ad? So Facebook is about sharing. No one comes to Facebook to be sold something. However, in saying that, it is a really good place to connect with prospective clients, as 3/4 of Facebook's users actually use Facebook daily. So that's a really good platform to be able to get in front of people. Content that is visual does really, really well. It's treated more favorably by Facebook's algorithm. And also in terms of people viewing it, it's more likely to be shared and more likely to be remembered. So I say the first step in any ad is really focusing on those visuals and making sure that they're strong and powerful and really nice and clear to see. May seem like a bit of an obvious one, but it's got to be relevant. So it's got to be relevant to the image with the text, what your business page is about, what you're trying to promote, what you as an accountant or bookkeeper is about. You've got to have that relevance there. Also, it has to have a value proposition. So that has to be enticing. Why should they click? How are you different as an accountant or bookkeeper? What can they learn from you? So a really quick example here, just off the top of my head, you could have something like, we're the best accountants or bookkeepers at saving you time. That's pretty general. Anyone can really say that or claim that. Maybe you could turn that on your head, something like, get your evening back. 90% of our clients save 5 hours per week on their bookkeeping or on their accounting. Something that's really relevant to a business owner. It's something that they think, hey, like that's something that I would like back. I know there was a time in my life where I wanted those few hours back myself. And just be really clear about what you can provide, how you can help them. Without a clear call to action as well, there's got to be, what do they do next? What do you want them to do? So without it, they might actually not know what they do. They might think, oh, that's great, I would like that, but where to next? So be clear and add a sense of urgency to that. So in terms of types of ads, there are a few different types of ads that Facebook has, and they optimize these to what type of content that you're wanting to share and your goal that you're trying to achieve. So the most common type is a link click ad, where you'll see an advertisement looking nice, whether that has a photograph or whether that has a Facebook video ad as well that runs. You'll see a bit of text and a link linking to what they want you to do. So this is a really good way to promote your external website, so promote your web page, your home page, but also you can share it with and link it to specific landing pages or specific pieces of content as well. So it doesn't always have to go to your home page. Maybe you've done a wee campaign, or you've got some really cool information or a really cool new client testimonial that highlights your point of difference. You can link to that. So I do get asked a lot about the Boost Post functionality. For those of you that may have a Facebook page, you'll notice that Facebook now cunningly gives you a notification if you're on it, trying to encourage you to boost your posts. Also emails as well, trying to encourage you to do that, even offering you some of your free credit. I say please don't do it. It's quite a waste of money. The defaults are set by Facebook, and you have less control over your audience and who that's actually put in front of. You can be really, really smart with Facebook ads and build your ideal audience. So your ideal audience based on what your ideal client looks like, what your current clients look like, and ensure that you've got putting those ads in front of the right people. Also, there's lead ads. So this allows people to download your content or sign up for your offer without leaving the Facebook platform. So if you're wanting them to download a guide, sign up for a webinar, an ebook, whatever that may, a really good way to do that and to make it nice, tidy and easy for them is to do a lead ad, so they're not having to leave the platform at all. They can just enter in their information, or Facebook sometimes even pre-populates some of this for you. And it is really perfect for capturing emails. And capturing emails for accountants, I'm sure if you've watched some of the other monthly marketing webinars, is a really good way to extend and get and keep in front of mind, and to keep you in touch with that potential client as well. Also very popular on Facebook, and you may have heard people talking about it, is looking at those custom audiences and retargeting people. So people really buy from you the first time they visit your site or see an offer. So the goal of retargeted content, also known as remarketing, is to place you top of mind. So rather than being generalized, someone that may or may not be interested in learning more about your company, you can be a lot more targeted. So you can actually place a piece of code on your website, so that will track who lands on your website, whether that's particular pages or not. You can also go as far as seeing who performs an action on your website, and you can retarget these people when they go on Facebook. So that's quite a common way to do it, and it means that you know that that person's already got interest in your accountancy firm or your bookkeeping practice, and they know a little bit about you, and you're keeping yourself front of mind. You can retarget fans that you already have, because whenever you place a Facebook post on your business page, you don't get to see, not every single fan gets to see it, so it is nice to retarget those fans because they already have an understanding about your business and your firm, and also email subscribers that you have. You will find many of your users have overlapping demographics, so interests, behaviours. you can create a custom audience targeting people who share these similar characteristics as well to your existing connections. So that can be a really smart way to ensure that if you go down the Facebook advertising route, that you're spending, getting a bit more bang for your buck there, ensuring that you are targeting people that have commonalities to your current clients or current people that are engaging with you. This does, however, require a bit more setup and technical aspects, getting that code onto your site so that you can look and track who's going through onto particular pages, whatever page you may like, and creating those custom audiences. For those of you that are BizInc clients, have a BizInc website, this is something that we can help you with. So please do get in touch and we'll get the production team to help you with that. Also, if you're unsure about some characteristics and you want to play around with the data that Facebook has available on audiences and members, there is a wee tab in your ad manager called Audience Insights. So in here, Facebook has all of the data it collects on different members. What you can do is you can start filtering down, so by geographic location, by gender, by age group, etc. And you can start seeing the commonalities that these people have. So it's a really nice way to sort of start to build up your audience, start to look at different things, and start to see what you get. Because the narrower you can get that ideal audience, the better results that you're going to have. And start to think a little bit out of the box as well. So say, for example, you have a retail clients, have a wee look and see what retail Facebook pages are popular. You know, where do they get their industry news from? And you can target people that like that page. So you can start getting really specific and really smart about things like that as well. So what content? Again, great content with great imagery. You'll see that as a commonality through Facebook. Facebook is quite a visual platform. When you're cutting through that news feed, you are wanting something that's visual, that stands out, and something that they can interact with as well. Offers go really well. So say you've got an event or a webinar, a piece of content to download, maybe you're doing something industry specific, whatever that may be. It's a really good way to cut through and to make people feel a bit special with what you're offering them. Always stick with your branding as well. I like the saying, don't be Clark Kent by day and Superman by night. Whatever branding you have on everything else, on your website, on your collateral, on your business cards, make sure that's all consistent so it's easily recognizable that it's you, and they have that constant branding and that constant visual appeal as they move through any interactions with you. So in terms of starting your audiences, for any of you that want to go and start up a Facebook business profile, or maybe you have recently and you're wanting to build up your audiences, some really good tips is, first of all, to start with following, adding, liking any staff that you may have. Anyone in your network, so if you're part of any networking groups, you know, any industries that you may be part of, anyone back from, you know, when you went to university, anyone that you think can appeal, because I do often say that you do forget the power of that network. You know, if they see, I can't keep tabs on what every single one of my friends or acquaintances does, but adding them to your page and engaging them in your network is that reminder, and also means that it's powerful for referrals as well. So if they know what you're doing, if they can see that you've got great content, they're more likely to recommend a friend or acquaintance they know to come and use your services. Also, existing clients that you have, and any industry thought leaders as well. So not only within the accounting and bookkeeping industries, but have a look at the technology that you use. Also, any of the industry leaders for the industry verticals that you may work with. So if you've got hospitality clients or manufacturing clients, farming clients, whatever that may be, have a look at the industry thought leaders in those as well. From there, you will get some suggestions as well. So look at these regularly and engage and follow those who fit. Also, let staff, clients, and your network know. A really nice way to do that is just to send a personal email. Don't kind of do a blanket BCC one. Something nice and personal, can be along the same lines like, Hi Gayatri, we've just started up our Facebook business page. We've got a few posts on there. Would love if you could take a look and let me know what you think. Is there anything you'd like to see us share? That way you've got a really good idea of content that people are looking for, and you're giving that personal touch and understanding to join it. Also, competitions are really popular. I do say with that is please follow the guidelines. Facebook do actually have really strict guidelines about how Facebook competitions are run, what you may and may not specify, how you can and can't run them. So please do a good amount of research into them. If you don't, you do run the risk of being reported, and you do run the risk of your Facebook page being deactivated for a certain period of time. Also, participate in groups, chats and networks yourself. So is there any Facebook groups that you're a part of, or LinkedIn groups, or any chats that you go on? Share your expertise, and if a dialogue gets going, encourage people to come and follow you for more information. Also, email signatures are a really popular one to pop that icon and link out to your Facebook page as well. I always say anything that's getting in front of clients and prospects is a really nice way to put that image across passively. Your website too, very common to have it in a header or a footer or under your contact page is another way for people to have contact with you. I always say it's a really nice thing to add, because your website talks about the services and that, and your Facebook page can be a little bit more personalised and pull across some of that personality that you have within yourself and behind the team too. Your blog as well, you can put share buttons and link it to your Facebook page there. Any newsletters that you have, business cards, any other collateral or marketing material. Also, any directories or lists that you're on. Are you on a QBO list or a Xero list or whatever cloud accounting software you may or may not use? Are you on any industry lists or any regional directories? Really great place to add that to. And any partnership sites that you're listed on as well. Also, we do always get questions about social media done for us, done for you, by us rather I should say. For anyone that is interested, we do have some plans available. I run these myself, so please do just pop through a question and we can send some more information out to you. So now I'm just going to unmute Camilla, and she's going to go through any questions that we have. Please do pop them through. We'll stick around for a little while and answer those questions for you. And I think, Camilla, you're going to have to unmute yourself. Sorry there.
Yeah. Thank you, Gayatri. Yeah, we've got a few questions. So we've got from Phil, we've got what's the right budget to spend on each month on Facebook ads?
Yep, so it really depends on your overall marketing budget. I would always say do a wee test first, have a look at a month, take a couple of different ads, A/B test them so you can see what works well. Do those custom audiences as much as you can. If you want a little bit more information, please do flick through a message and I can send some more through via email, just to ensure that you're getting the most bang for your buck there. And I would say start out with something relatively small, $30 to $50 or pounds or wherever you're based a week for a couple of weeks, and see how that goes for you. Run those parallels with the A/B tests, and that will give you a really good starting base to see what sort of response you get, and you should be able to figure out from there, for every $1 or $2 you spend, what you're getting out of it, or what you may not be getting out of it, what ads people are responding best to, and how best to proceed from there.
Great. Next, we've got Jane asking, what's the fastest ways to get more followers?
Right, so a little bit of that is the just going through those audiences and starting up your audience, like I just mentioned in the last couple of slides. Always start with people that know you first, your network, your current clients, any prospects. Make it as personal as possible. The next best way after that is your content that you post. So if you're posting relevant content that people are going to engage with, by default, those fans, their networks are going to see your content as well. Also, you can do Facebook advertising. That's, again, a really nice way to extend your reach and get in front of audiences that are similar to the current clients that you have. But I do also say, like, don't always measure the effectiveness on your Facebook page by how many fans you have. It's better to have fewer fans that are engaging with your content, that are liking it, than to have lots or thousands of fans and no one's engaging, no one's looking at anything. Because at the end of the day, that's not going to help your business. They're not going to recommend you. They're not going to be looking at any new services you bring. They're not going to be looking at your website at all. So always look at it through refining content and starting with who you have first.
Great, thank you. And we've got an interesting question from Simon. Is Facebook better than LinkedIn or Twitter for accountants? And I guess that can apply to any social media that may be good for accountants as well.
Yeah, of course. So first of all, it really depends where your clients are. So what industries are they in? Where are they found? There are going to be some demographics or some business types that are going to be more prolific on Twitter or LinkedIn. LinkedIn I see as a really person-to-person professional network. I do know some accountants and bookkeepers that are slightly smaller in size that do really well getting leads through there, but it is just through their personal professional page only. Twitter is quite instantaneous. You see a lot of retail businesses, technology businesses on there due to the support that they give their clients. Facebook, it is always going to be the biggest social media platform, so you're always going to have most of your clients, whether they are as a business or personal, on there. So it's up to where those clients really are and also what time you have. So I would never recommend trying to be on every social media platform if you don't have much time to put into them. It's better to choose the couple of top ones where your clients are, where you know they are, and focus on those and deliver really good content and engagement on that. If you're unsure, do a quick survey, or when you're next talking to your client, just say, hey, look, I'm looking at starting up a couple of social media profiles. Are you personally on anything yourself, or is the business on anything? So I'd really like to choose and connect with my clients on their preference of platform.
Great. And Karen has a question in regards to our packages. She asked what type of posts or tweets or what type of content are included in the packages.
Yep, so that's complete. Oops, what was that, sorry?
Sorry, I guess she asking what sort of content it is that we post on social media for them.
Right. So it's really depending on your firm. It's the package and the content is bespoke to your firm or practice. So what happens there is that you and I would have a quick chat about your firm, where you're based, what your ideal clients are, any industry verticals that you've got amongst your clients, who you'd like to attract. I'd go away and research some suitable content, also content from your website and about you. And there's a nice variety of content that goes on through engagement, content about your clients, yourself, and content of interest to them as well. So no client has the same content. It's always catered to depending on their needs and their clients. If you want any more information at all, do just flick through your email in the question and answer box and happily send some out to you.
Great, thank you. That's all our questions for today.
Perfect. And I just saw someone else saying we send out a copy of the slides, and yes, we will. We'll have the recording available too. Perfect. So thank you so much to everyone for your time, giving up your time this morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you are. And thanks so much to Camilla for joining me as well and helping out through this session. And really look forward to hearing from some of you again in the next session that we do. Do also remember the next one for the month of marketing is Command the Prices You Deserve with Steve Major. He's absolutely fantastic. If you haven't joined one of his webinars before, definitely recommend it. You're in for a treat. He's got so much knowledge. But yeah, definitely look forward to hearing from some of you again soon, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening wherever you are.